Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Maya McGuire and I am an educator with Florida Sea Grant at the University of Florida. Today I am going to talk to you about cetacean behaviors. Many of you have probably seen dolphins or other toothed whales performing at places like SeaWorld. The things that these animals do on command in captivity are usually based on behaviors that the animals do naturally in the wild. Today, we are going to learn about some whale and dolphin behaviors. Why do we care about whale behavior? Because whales and dolphins spend so much time underwater, often in very deep water, it is a challenge for biologists to study them. Although whales make sounds, we cannot tell what those sounds mean. However, when these animals are at the surface, we can make observations about what they are doing and can try to learn more about them based on their behaviors. Let's start with some dolphin behaviors. Can you read these with me? Feeding or begging, resting, traveling, breaching, bow riding, socializing, and disturbance. In this lesson, we will learn more about these common dolphin behaviors. Although whales and dolphins also have many different types of feeding behaviors, those are covered in a different lesson in our cetacean curriculum. However, I want to point out this commonly seen behavior called begging. Begging is a behavior learned by dolphins and other marine mammals that have been fed by humans. Feeding or attempting to feed a dolphin or other marine mammals is illegal, so please don't do it. Often, dolphin species are seen moving very slowly in small groups at the surface of the water. This behavior is called resting. It is very important to give these dolphins lots of space because they need to rest in order to have enough energy to feed, mate, and nurse their young. Some dolphin species, such as spinner dolphins, rest during the day. Groups of dolphins are often seen moving quickly in the same direction. This behavior is called traveling. Our next behavior is called breaching. Breaching is a very dramatic behavior. During breaching, a dolphin or whale jumps headfirst out of the water. While in the air, they may rotate their body so they land on their side, creating a huge splash. Both baleen and toothed whales use this behavior. Scientists are not sure why whales and dolphins breach. Ideas include communication with other animals, stunning prey so that they're easier to catch, or showing that they feel threatened by something. Can you recognize the type of whale in this video? If you said orca or killer whale, you are correct. Let's talk about bow riding. Many different types of dolphins can be seen bow or wake riding. Note that baleen whales do not bow ride. Dolphins ride the waves created in front of or behind boats, and may do this for minutes to hours. It can look like the boat will ride over the dolphins, but scientists think that dolphins use this to save energy. It may be that bow riding is similar to what people experience when they go body surfing, which is surfing without a surfboard. This is often a fun game for humans to play at the beach. People should never drive a boat towards dolphins in order to try and get them to bow ride. This can be dangerous to the dolphins. Can you see the dolphins bow riding in this video clip? When people get too close to dolphins or the animals feel threatened, they may display certain behaviors. These can include tail slapping or breaching, mothers shielding calves from people or vessels, and animals swimming away quickly. Scientists call these disturbance behaviors. Dolphins are very social animals. However, it's important to give dolphins lots of space and view them from a distance. It is very difficult to tell the difference between social behaviors and disturbance behaviors. Some whale behaviors have funny names. Let's read these behaviors together. Breaching, flippering, lobtailing, logging, spouting, and spyhopping. Let's watch some video of whales breaching. Breaching may be a whale for whales to scratch their backs. Can you tell me anything about this whale? Let's watch and see. Can you tell if it is a toothed whale or a baleen whale? It's actually a humpback whale, which is a type of baleen whale. You might be able to identify it because of its long white flippers. Pretty cool, huh? This next video shows one of the reasons that people should stay far away from whales. Getting too close could be dangerous for people and for the whale. This clip is a news report showing a young right whale that breached and landed on a sailboat. People need to stay at least 100 yards away from most whales. This is the length of a football field. People need to stay 500 yards away from North Atlantic right whales because these whales are very endangered and they have stronger protections in place. Our next behavior is called flippering or flipper slapping. Baleen whales do this by rolling on their side and hitting one flipper on the surface of the water. Scientists do not know why whales do this behavior. Do you have a guess as to what kind of whale this is? It's one we've seen before. That's right, those white flippers tell you this is a humpback. When lobtailing, a whale positions its body so that its head is down and the tail flukes are above the surface of the water. The whale repeatedly hits the surface of the water with the big flukes. The sound can be very loud and may be heard for some distance. Scientists do not know why whales display this behavior either. Captive groups of dolphins that are upset or annoyed display a similar behavior called tail slapping. If you have visited SeaWorld or other marine parks, you may have seen whales or dolphins trained to wave goodbye by standing on their head and waving their tail flukes at the crowd. This is an example of how trainers are able to modify a behavior that whales and dolphins do on their own and train the animals to perform the natural movement for entertainment purposes. Logging is very different from the active behaviors seen so far. The term is used to describe a behavior in which whales stay very still at the water's surface, moving mainly to take a breath. This behavior may be part of resting after a deep dive. It is possible that whales may sleep in this position. You can see that the whales could be very hard to see when they are in this position. Logging whales are at risk of being hit by boats or ships. Spouting is the term given to the spray of fine water droplets that forms when a whale exhales or breathes out. In colder weather, the breath is more visible, for the same reason that you can see your own breath on cold mornings. The breath is made of warm air and water droplets. The spout of different types of whales looks quite different. Experienced observers can identify a species of whale from the appearance of the spout on the horizon. Here we have a blue whale spouting. Some of these videos were clearer than others, just like some days are clearer than others out on the ocean. Imagine if you were a whale biologist and you were trying to identify the type of whale you were seeing based only on their spouting. That might be a bit of a challenge. Remember that some whales can hold their breath for a very long time, so you might easily have to wait 10 minutes to see a single whale breathe twice, assuming it doesn't swim too far away for you to see it during that time. When spy hopping, a whale pops its head up out of the water and looks around. To do this, the whale positions itself in the water column head up and tail down. It lifts its body up above the surface so that it can see what may be happening nearby. This video is of a young gray whale spy hopping off the coast of California. Learning about animals that live their entire life in the ocean can be very difficult. Generally, most behaviors that we can see are only those that are visible from the surface. There is much, much more going on under the water. This presentation has shown you commonly observed whale and dolphin behaviors. Scientists try to interpret these behaviors to understand more about the whales. You can see that this could be very hard to do. As we watch this final video clip, try and see how many different behaviors you can see the humpback whales doing. So how many different behaviors did you see? Can you name them? You may have seen breaching, lobtailing, flipper slapping, spouting, and even something that might have been spy hopping. It also could have just been a weak breach. I hope you've enjoyed this video about cetacean behavior. You can find more lessons on our website. I hope you have a great day.